right, welcome to Alkiblan TV. My name is Elama Isaac Raphael. Today we are going to be talking about content creation. And before I introduce you to my guest, want to understand, remember if you're joining us for the first time on this podcast, remember to hit the subscription and comment and also share these videos, because basically we are here to actually learn and talk business. So without further wastage of time, I'm going to pass the microphone to this guy, content creator. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Owena. What's up?
What's up, Philama?
You're good?
Good. And you?
We are very happy to have you on this podcast.
I'm also happy to be here.
I don't want to speak on your behalf. They say, usually they say that we blow the trumpet for you, eh? But today I'm giving you the occasion to blow that trumpet for yourself.
Though personally, I'm a kind of person who doesn't blow the trumpet for myself.
So you want me to blow it for you?
I know. People will be the judge of that, not me. Because what you like is different from what I like. It's different from what Jude likes. Different from what Kula likes.
Okay, let me start from a simple question. Mr. Owena Moses, and on his Instagram he's called Owena Moses. Moss. Most of us like to call him Moss. What do you do?
I'm a content creator, be it photography, videography. That's what I do.
That's what you do. Interesting, because most times when we are seated on our smartphones, when we are busy on data, consuming our data, most times guys are on IG, they're on X, they're on the trending one right now, TikTok, and it's where most of the content is gotten. What is your definition of content? And most times when I invite guys on the show, I do not want written things on Google. I want you to give me an answer from your experience. What is content creation in Moses Owena's own definition from your experience?
You've taken me back to school. That's what I used to say. Simanya, don't get what is written in the book.
Yeah.
But anyway, according to me, content creation is you seeing something or visualizing an idea, and then you get your camera and then you record, So it's putting anything into visual. That is what content creation is.
So is content creation basically what triggers you as a person, or you're basically entering into the mind of the audience?
I think it's me as a person.
To your person. Wait, that means that the work that you produce as content is for you, not for the audience.
It's both. Sometimes work is passion, you get, but sometimes we also do it for clients. Yeah, because I can want to do something that is just for my own good. I'd be like, okay, I've seen this, I love it. That's why you'll find someone is doing videography, another person is doing photography. So they're doing it because they love it.
Depending on the demand of the client?
It depends. Like now for me at this point, clients are the ones that, drive everything. But besides, even when clients drive everything, I have what I focus on most. You get? I'm not going to do so much of photography because most of my passion is in videography.
Oh, all right. I wanted us to dive more into, why don't you give us a background? We just want to understand, where did this content creation come from? Most especially your starting point. And of course we know, right? I don't want to be the judge of it. I'm sure where you're standing right now is because of content creation. And we can say that content creation has brought you where you are, and it's what you're basing on. So from your journey until where you are, where did the inspiration come from? Was it first monetary when you just started it? Was it out of passion? And then you started to look at the monetary part of it. When you're growing up, when they ask you, what do you want to be? I want to be a doctor. You're not considering the pay, but you're considering how nice it looks. But when you mature, you actually come to understand that it's not about the passion, but it's about getting me a house where I can sleep, paying rent, and then also things to come. Where did you begin from as Moses?
What I can say, when I was in my O-level, I don't remember which class it was, but I wanted to become an animator. You get? That is what I used to see that, I think I should be an animator. And then I want to explain to people that an animator is a person who is going to make cartoons, But when I got to A level, I now started thinking about life. What do I want from life, And I decided I could actually do film at Makerere. When I realized that there's a film course in Makerere, that even triggered it more for me. So when I finished school, high school, during my vacation, I started engaging into photography, I have my friend Mr. Wills that I used to work with. We used to do some shows, Coca-Cola shows, those 3D movies in school. And I think that was like my first time to hold cameras. Good. So slowly, I started doing photography. From photography, I also used to use my phone to do some dance videos. Then I edit them together. And before I knew it, it now became a source of income.
It's not a source of income, it's what is actually driving everything.
It's what is driving everything.
So content creation defines Owena Moses. All right. So for people out there, who are actually thinking, we have heard of things because they think that social media is spreading kids, and when content creation is for guys who have actually failed to make it, like now you have nothing to do, and you're like, let me enter into content creation, and when I get something to do in some time, this is a side dish and I'm getting a monthly somewhere here. Recently I heard of a lady that actually left her job. Imran, can you remind me her name? Harriet. She actually left her job and she decided to now start doing serious content creation because it's actually putting food on the table, and I hear it's paying triple of her salary she used to get. So basically that means content creation is also something that is shooting up in Uganda as a country. We know the biggest content creators are from Nigeria, the people who are actually earning very highly from that. So from the education perspective, I didn't want to go there, but I feel it's very important for us to know. Now if I'm to ask, which type of, do you do content basing on your values? There are things you can do and there are things you can't do.
I don't know if there is anything that I can't do. Maybe unless you're going to do those kind of videos they do in the room, you get. Then I can be like, no, I'm not doing that, you get. But it's basically what your clients want, you get. Sometimes I may have to put my values aside, though of course you must respect them. But if you're going to create content, also know that how is the audience going to perceive it, you get. Because when I come to a client and I ask you, what kind of work do you want to do? I'm trying to understand who your audience is, you get. So we could say maybe the audience's values or something like that. What I'm going to record for you must impact your audience. If let's say you're a teacher and you want to do some content around teaching, I'm going to make sure it's educative. If you're a comedian, I'm going to make sure your content is fun. If you're a cook, I'm going to make sure your content makes people hungry.
So people are actually shifting, most especially the people who are doing businesses are running to content creators to actually boost their businesses, and it's becoming one of the biggest deals for guys who are doing content. You're called here and there, run there. I think even what we are doing is called content creation. So we are basically benefiting from what you guys are doing. So is content creation for anyone?
Yes. It's for anyone and everyone.
Anyone and everyone. What steps did you take when you were? I'm looking at it now from the point of where it is ceased a bit to first be, because when the finances started to come in, of course, all the contents that you do, there are cameras involved, the sound, light, and all this, in order to beat the market of those that are still doing the same content that you're doing. What are the steps that you took when now the passion started shifting from just passion, and I'm sure there was some part of fame in it, Anyone who is entering into content creation, they're looking at the fame part. But now when you start to realize that it's beyond fame, because we have a lot of famous broke guys, and it shifted to that. What were the steps that you took for someone? I'm just speaking for someone who is seated down there.
Okay, so for me, to begin with, I'm not sure if I really took steps, but the one thing I'll first say for sure is that, it's God's blessing. You get? I also forgot to mention that this is something that I prayed for 2 years. Yeah. It's a prayer request that I used to pray when I was in my high school. I used to pray every day. And I kept not asking for this prayer, but thanking God for, what He has made me already. So, it's the steps that I started with. I started doing content as a dancer, as I told you. So from there, the dots start connecting. From dancing, I realized, I can actually do some videos for buzz. You get? I started with buzz, and that is what elevated me. So you just go use a phone to start recording something, come on your phone, then start editing. Before you know it, everyone is like, hey, I saw a video you did. Can you come and do for me also? And how I started was with an iPhone actually. And I didn't have a very good iPhone, by the way. I was with you, I think, during hostel. Yeah, we studied together. You saw the houses I used to go through. This guy used to see me moving out at night, going to shoot. I tell you, I'm going to Nomads, I'm going to shoot. Then from there, I used to use a client's phone to actually shoot. I airdrop the stuff to my phone. But step by step, you'll realize that you actually need more equipment. Equipment is actually necessary. So from then, I upgraded my phone, and I stopped using clients' phones to shoot, and I started using my own phone. And then from there, I started saving little by little to buy a camera. You get? Yeah, so baby steps, by the way. You shouldn't rush this. Because again, if you rush, you crash. Let me give you an example. There are people or there are companies that probably have equipment that is more expensive than I have. You get? Or have equipment that is more than mine. But it's your skill that really matters. One of my lecturers told me, because I told him about landing these big gigs, these big jobs. And then I'm like, I want to get those guys. If you're going to work for FUFA, such kind of stuff. Actually, Zanu told me, you go and apply at FUFA. I'm like, man, I don't have the equipment. He's like, no, Moss, you see, these people who you're going to are not looking for the equipment you have. They're looking for the brain that you have. So for you, once you present yourself to them and they see that you have a very creative mind, trust me, you will tell them, probably you need this, I need this, I need this, I need this to work. So from then you will decide if maybe you're going to, depending on your agreement, if you're going to keep the equipment, or if you want a deposit, you buy your own equipment. But equipment shouldn't be the issue. It's your brain.
It's your brain. I actually remember, yes, I spent some time with you. We studied together. I think I also did some part of photography sometime.
We did. I still have those videos.
I remember when the university was having grad, and then we overtook what we could not manage. But I'm bringing this to a point where I want us to talk about. I've been with you. I've seen actually the one character that I've seen from you as a content creator is your targets were to buy. You wanted to buy iPhone, but I came to realize that the target of buying the iPhone was for business, not just
exactly. Thank you.
Not just to just say I have an iPhone, and it actually worked out. I think you got iPhone X. Shifted.
That was from Techno.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember Techno K9, then to iPhone X.
To iPhone X, and you got it, and that boosted your shooting. I used to sleep in my hostel room alone, by the way. He was my roommate, but he was never there. And people used to ask me, "Where's your roommate?" Every day, and I'd be like, "You come."
I think I slept in that room like 4 times.
Yeah, it's countable. 4 times, and the 4 times he has slept, he comes back at 4 a.m. So it has brought him where he is. But what the one thing I've realized with this content creation is that I would call it vision. You had a vision, and like the way you said, you prayed to God and all that, and everything came up. The pieces added up. I remember you sharing that with me to see whether you're going the right route. But with the content creation that I've actually seen coming from you, the videos, I think you have granted us permission to give the people some of your few videos.
It's okay. It's very okay.
Yeah. So that we can actually see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to come back for the second episode, and we shall be talking about, of course, what we know. What are the challenges that content creators have faced? And I remember some of the challenges. I'll remind you if you forget some, because we're together in certain things. Catch you in the next episode.